Good morning. We'll do revision and some of the previous year question papers discussion. So better have pen and paper to write the key points relevant to the questions which is there in the question paper. By remembering those key points, you are able to write the full answers. So today, what I'm discussing is the video question paper 2019 June July 2019 question paper. So the first question is better have pen and paper uh, to make a note of some of the key points, key words which helps to recall the entire answer of the question which is given in the question paper. The module 1, from the module 1, the question 1A, what are the preliminary costs involved in mobile application development? So even you can answer for this. Try to answer for this. What are the preliminary costs involved in mobile application development? It was asked for 8 marks. The very first point is you can differentiate hardware cost and software cost and maintenance cost. You can differentiate in three different headings: hardware cost, software cost, and maintenance cost. So hardware cost are required to invest in the real-time device, at least desktop or laptop system or the phone. Then if any additionals like additional accessories is required to uh, develop and give your mobile application to the targeted users, that hardware is required. You are required to buy the hardwares. This is preliminary cost. The second cost is the software related. uh, Even Android or Android is open source. You can make use of open source tool also. If you come with the iOS development, you need to purchase the some of the proprietary tools tools to the Apple phones. Here it is a general question is asked, mobile application development. They are not even targeted to ask Android or iOS. So general question means it is applicable to both all the operating system mobile which you are going to use in the market. So you can write the general statements. iOS needs the pay and use service. So proprietary softwares are needed to pay. So this is the another cost is involved as a software part. Comes to the maintenance part, some prerequisite licenses, certificate authorizations, upgradation of the certificates, security implementation, all these are the costs involved in the maintenance. Okay, and the one more you can subheading is a collection of requirements, client requirements. It needs a field study. Then the surveys needs to be conducted before start designing the mobile application. So these are all the additional hidden expenses are involved in the mobile application development. Okay, so the one is hardware cost. The second one is software cost. The third one is maintenance cost. The fourth one is requirement cost. So you can elaborate to get a good marks in the examination. Okay, clear? Any doubt in this? Clear. Now come to the question number 1B. Describe the effective use of screen real estate. Describe the effective use of screen real estate. So what do you mean by real estate? So when we comes to this these words, obviously our mind goes to a plot or the field or the building. But here we need to talk about the real estate of mobile. Which is the real estate of mobile? Your mobile screen, mobile display. Mobile display is the real estate here. So how effectively you can use that real estate is the description you need to write. First of all, think your mobile phone or display is limited in space. When this display is limited in space, you are required to plan accordingly. Very much careful you require to take care while developing the mobile application. How we are performing with display, desktop or the laptop, you can even increase the font size up to 72. Whereas if you do with the mobile screen, that may goes out of the visibility. So you should very careful while using the while developing the application which is going to fit onto a mobile device. So another way is, instead of crowding all the Apple application icons in a one screen, decide to put in a different folders. So create a folder of applications, like suppose for example Google's. So Google folder, all the Google related application which will be present in that folder. Right. So another proper usage, effective usage is, so battery draining applications, you need to restrict the access of background. So some application needs the more of display light, some application needs less. So you vary the display light accordingly. That's the another way. Now the next is choose a font uh, which is visible to the user. Rather than choosing very small font, also it is difficult to read the content. If you choose bigger, also less content is going to be displayed. So there is both drawback is there. That's why use the appropriate font style. The another use is almost background color you set as a light colors. White background is better to read. Okay, so all these are the some of the key points you can could remember while writing this effective use of screen real estate. Fine. Either you can attempt the question one, or you can attempt the question two. So in the module one, second question is asked. Briefly discuss the Gazel's principles. Briefly discuss the Gazel's principles. See, look into the presentation. So you maybe understand the Gazel's principle. This is the one of the important questions. Several times it is asked in the examination. So the Gazel's principles considerable influence on design especially on the view part of the mobile application, describing how the human mind perceives and organizes visual data. Suppose the proximity, if you look into the proximity, so distance between the two icons, you don't feel bad when you place the icon nearest to the one another or little more distance. So how you perceive that? You feel comfortable when you look into this proximity area. Then when you come to the closure, even half drawn triangle is also treating our mind treating it as a triangle. Even so, actually by looking into this closure, it is not actually complete triangle, but what our mind perceives that we feel that it is a triangle. So closure, our mind closes the remaining edge and treats it as a triangle. Okay. The third principle is that continuity. So if two objects, looking into the third diagram, if two object lines are drawn one above the another, actually two lines are present here, one above the another. What do you feel? Which line is on the other line? So as a human mind limitation, it's a 2D. You cannot identify which line crossed the another line. What do you feel that continuity of that line? You are feeling that it's a continuity of the line. Then come to the figure and ground. When you place an icon onto a screen, hollow part of the icon is going to make the visibility of the background. So the figure and ground exclusively it is going to be display. How human mind perceives that if it is not hollow image also, human mind perceives that background color is also white, ground color of that image is also white. What we feel that image is having the hollow structure. Similarly, come to the similarity. Just look into the similarity figure. What we feel that here there are 5 different icons. All the 5 different icons in size, different sizes, but what we feel that all are same shaped. So from all these 5 principles, Gazel's principle is which will be used in the development of mobile. This is one of the important questions. Several times it is repeated in internal as well as the external examination. The thing you need to remember the 5 key points: proximity, closure, continuity, figure and ground, and similarity. Okay. then. Next, question 2b. Explain the various information design tools of mobile interface design. So explain the various information design tools of mobile interface design. This is the one important, and actually it's a lengthier question. It needs minimum 45 minutes to answer this question actually. Uh, bec- but it is asked for 8 marks. So let us understand the various information design tools. Which are the design tools? Graphical images, text related, and the layout related, and the views related. So views: normal view, web view, list view, grid view, table view, frame layout, then image, gallery view, strip view. All these view related things you require to explain here in this question. Okay, information design tools. So let us look into some of the points related to the information design tools. Since as we are aware that design space of the mobile is limited, so we need to be fit the content according to the customized and personalized fashion. So because a limited space, we need to follow some of the mobile information design patterns and the design rules to utilize at maximum extent of the display space. So always keep in mind that designing, ultimately you are designing to the client requirement, not for your view. You need to keep the client requirement in mind. According to their satisfaction, you need to work and design the mobile activity screens. Always keep in mind, when crafting an application, mobile devices are not generally used for extensive browsing or complex searches. But nowadays, we are more on browsing and complex searches in mobile devices also. So technology is now very advanced uh, to made us to browse and complex searches even through mobile phones also. Okay. Some of the design requires our informations are structure and use of textual content that is going to be appear onto the screen. The among that information design is microtasking, influenced by urgent and new surroundings, and look for a quick fix for a boredom. If you feeling bored when you are going to bore the users of mobile phone. Hello.
The voice is not clear, sir. So background
What is
disturbance.
not clear? 1 minute. Probably lots of noise surrounding
So many disturbance, sir.
Now is it okay?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So when you feel to make use of your mobile phone very bored, when there is a lot of text rich content, only text information. How many of you are interested to read an entire line of text of information in the mobile phone? Only first paragraph we may read, or we may read in one first statement of the paragraph, right? So if your mobile phone is uh, display contain only the textual information, also it feels a bore to the user. Okay, try to avoid the uses of lots of stuff of the text while designing. So crowded with text also boring to use of phone. So design pattern, you follow some of the design pattern like recycles, repurposes components, reusing best ideas, more than time efficiency. Pattern have been refined by use. So some patterns means mixture of both text and the audio or text and the images. Try to avoid the crowded information in a single page. All those things to makes your application is very rich. The end customers will be more in that case. So another information design, mobile information design is that, so navigation, you need to be very clear in the navigation part. Clicking on something, opening up the some other thing, it leads to the ambiguity in your application. Try to avoid that one, right? And also better, you require to have an annunciator panel. Every new notification or the battery reminders or the network uh, connection related things are going to be announced in the annunciator panel. You need to have that. While it take caring of that even annunciator panel, though instead of overlapping that annunciator panel, you leave the space for the annunciator panel while designing your mobile application. Okay. And the another information design tool is the fixed menu. How, whether if it is fixed means absolute values are used. In that case, if device sizes varies, your application is not visible properly. Sometimes if the device size, if you designed it for the one specific hardware device, it won't fit for all the new devices which come up with the, within the market. So to avoid that, try to use the relative layouts, relative menus rather than fixed menus. Okay, this is the another important informational design tool for the mobile application. By looking into this, probably we may understand the some of the information about the fixed menu. The menu is fixed for some of the events like this. Left side all the dates and the title of the event, right side the all the timing of those events, and also in the mid screen you can see the bottom of the screen there is a fixed menu list are mentioned. In the right, again rightmost screen, you can able to see the organized menu list at the bottom. So means fixed menus you can specify. This is the another information design tool. The another one is expanded menu. When you click on the menu option, nowadays triple lines are used for menu option in the mobile. By clicking that, it expands and it will display the sub menu content. So you can design your application in to instead of allowing the access of all the options in a single screen, you create a menu and sub menu list. Then you provide a menu. By clicking that, it will expand and it will show the additional setting icons onto the menu. So the another important thing while designing the application is expandable menu as if it is required. So the another important is the scrolling feature of information design. The scrolling, horizontal scrolling and vertical scrolling needs to be maintained. If when the horizontal scrolling is required when the content is wide enough, when it is behind the visibility, then you provide the horizontal scroll. If vertical scroll, if the list is growing every minute, then you can scroll down, you provide the vertical list menu to scroll down. So suppose if you come across with the Google search engine, if you go with images, first time search it will display some of the set of the images. Then at the end, it is provided that load more image. Load more image means it is a endless list kind of thing. N number of pictures is going to be displayed when you click on load more, right? Okay, these are the scrolling options you need to maintain for the information design tool. And the endless list is like this. Click load more option is provided here. Keep on loading, it keeps on loading the images. And thumbnail list is that it appears, you can see with the YouTube link. If you open the YouTube in your mobile phone, probably thumbnail list is appearing at the leftmost part. Videos are displayed in the thumb fashion. Right side of that video description is provided. So these are the listing of the listing facility in the information design of the mobile application. And the expandable list is provided like this. Some list is there, list item is there. In that list a sub item are listed. Suppose if we develop the Karnataka tourism application, right? So in that Karnataka tourism, which are all the tourist places we design. So let us take the Bangalore itself. In the Bangalore, so you can provide the sub item for the Bangalore item, main list item. You can provide the sub item which are the places in the Bangalore, in Bangalore and nearest Bangalore. And Nandi Hills is one of the place. Then uh, then Lal Bagh is the another place, right? Vishweshwaraya Museum is the another place. NG Road is the another place, right? Shiva Temple is another place, right? You can provide the sub menu items for the expand. It is called as expandable list. Thumbnail grid. You can look into the mid of the figure. Thumbnail grid is provided. It is a grid fashion to display the image content or the audio content or the video content or any file content. So the another type of the display is a spinning signing. It is similar to the another list view. It is a grid title. Okay, that's another component of informational design. And another component is notification and feedback. So this notification and feedback is notification bar is maintained. And if you want to provide the feedback, so allow the user to reply for the notification. So this is the another way of providing immediately notify and get the feedback from the customers or the end users. This is another design tool is content and controls. Actually, the what the question is asked for 8 marks. Lot of info design tools are there. Choose any 4 or 5. You describe yourself to get a good marks in that case. Control, this enables application variety of control across the screen. So depending on the input method, suppose search button is there. You can provide the filter option for the search button. You can provide the cancel. You can provide the set of list of options. for the search key itself. Right, display the date by search, time by search, filter by, cost by search. You just look into the Amazon application for the search of a product itself. It includes the filtering option. If you want to purchase any vehicle also, if you go with Cars 24, or if you go with Ola or Uber, several such filters are present. If you want to buy the vehicles in Cars 24, there are list of filters are available, like the range of the price you are looking for, the color, the number of owners, then the feature of the vehicle, uses of the vehicle, etc., and so on. Right, filter software. So depending on one single text bar, search bar, which will have the multiple controls. Okay, you can provide such kind of thing controls also in the information design. And reveal content, whether you want to some after 2 to 3 line of the paragraph, there is a last option called as read more option. Read more option is provided. What is the reason? Whether you want to get the full page content display in a single page, user may not interested to read every content of that page. Rather than that, instead of that, you reveal the sum of the important content. If the user is interested, he or she can go and touch and read more option, and there you are going to read the content. You can use this reveal content in the um, information design, as a part of information design. So just look into this. Pop-up box appears if you are not entering the proper credential in the first window. In the second window, return result detailed. After submission, some of the statistical information, it is displayed in the form of image. Also it is displaying in the form of the list view. Sublist view is present accordingly. Then a profile in landscape view on the iPad. The same profile which is displaying here, when device is different device of larger size, the same profile is displaying in the expanded view. Right. So all these are the content of information, mobile information design. The another set is hierarchical mode, like the list view. The another set is reveal content, which will have the expanded panels. Okay. So intervening screens is nothing but providing the flashes. Means when the mobile app is launched, during the loading time, rather than asking the user to wait to load your application, rather than that, you are instead of that, you provide the flash screen to the phone. The user looks into the flash screen and enjoys his time, spends his time onto a mobile flash while loading the application onto the mobile device. Right, this is the another interesting intervening screen. Instead of waiting, the user of your application wants to make him to wait for 30 second or 40 second idly. If it is the case, maybe your app is going to be get the bored to the user. Rather than that, to grab the attention of the user, to deviate from your loading to the some of the flashes which is interesting to the user, that is the better. So you can include the flash kind of photography or wallpapers, or the Adobe content, multimedia content onto a home screen to grab the attention of the users, and to continue the use of your application from the users. So this is another design tool. So the another one is a loading screen. So as early as possible it should get loaded, otherwise people may get the out of attention of your application. So loading, you specify the loading. it may come to 99%, but till last half an hour also it is showing 99% loaded. So if such kind of the application usually people does not like in real scenario. That's why properly display the progressing bar. You need to concentrate on developing applications to load as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible, it should get loaded and ready to use for the user. You look into that. This some of the advertisements, because you are working, you are developing the application for, even though the targeted users, ultimately you want to make money from the user. So try to avoid the advertisement in the main interesting content. Try to push the advertisement content on the bottom or whenever the users needs. Usually most of the users are frustrated to use the application which uses the advertisement. But if the user expected to use the application freely, obviously the developer needs to get some money or the earning from that application. He or she needs to have the advertisement. Advertisement is going to be interrupt the application users. Allow some uh, advertising rather than crowded with small. Your content is small, the application is crowded with advertisement, also the it leads to a boredom for the user. Okay, these are all the information design tool for the mobile application. Lot of stuffs is involved in that. So choosy and write your answer according to fit for the question 8. Question number 2A. Is it clear? I hope I made you understand, sensible to this discussion, right? So this, it's looking like a simple question, but it's a very lengthier question. Uh, while writing, it will take around more than 20 minutes. Minimum 20 minutes is required to complete this one. Okay, got my point? Information design tool of interface design. So you look into the all part of the display of your mobile phone. So by providing the some of the features, how the end user is going to enjoy your application, that is important. Ultimate goal of mobile developer is what? It should reach to the intended user and utilize that application for longer period of time. If they have started using it for longer period of time, means obviously you will get a revenue from the Play Store. That's the ultimate goal. Finally, as a professional developer. Okay. Any questions from the first unit, module 1? If anybody have the other than this question paper, you can share that. You can share the screen. We will have a discussion. June, July, if anybody have the December 2019 question paper of mobile application, or if any of you have the previous year 2018 also, you can share. You can share your screen. I will allow you to share the screen here. Anybody have? Okay, I will try one more question paper in from the net itself. Mobile applications question paper 2018. Let us check for 2018. BSc, not BSc. What we needed? MCA. Anybody have the previous year question papers? Let me know. VTU, download the VTU MCA. MCA 5th semester. MCA old question papers. That if any 5th semester question papers are there, let us look. Oh, oof. No, no page found. Okay. Knowledge. Okay. No 5th semester content. Fine. If anybody have the previous year question paper, model question papers, you can. Mobile application, 5th semester, MCA mobile application question paper. So scheme. CBCS. Again, it appearing the same question paper. Okay, fine. Is there any specific questions from your end? I asked you to come with your preparation to this class. If any, also the same presentations are uploaded in the Google Classroom last to previous day. So I was expected you to come with the preparation. If any specific content with respect to module 1 is any doubt or clarification from your end or anything else related to module 1, you can ask the question now. You can ask me to uh, clarify your doubt. I hope I made you understand very clearly of the revision of module 1. Module 1, 4 questions. 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. 4 questions from one question paper. If anything else is there from your end, you can let me know. Or if any question papers are there with you also, you can share in the WhatsApp. It helps for our discussion. It helps for our discussion. You can share it now. I will take and discuss the first module questions from that question paper. Okay, so no response. I hope I made you understand clearly. So thank you. I will take the attendance. Answer your attendance.